Greetings, friends. This is Major again, coming back to deliver some bad news. I After I did a video where I kind of did I did a initial video really being negative to the ICO market. Then I came back and did a video kind of after further reflection being, ICO market is kind of good. It's helping bring more energy to the market, bring more people into the market that, I think I even said it's bringing people to the party. And once they're there, even if it's a sketchy situation that brought you to the party, now that you're at the party, you are seeing, some great things. And so ICOs are good. Yeah, well, after further investigation of that, came up with a new situation, which is not that good. Not only for ICOs, but I said something in that video that got me thinking. ICOs are really all about Ethereum. Ethereum is the real driver of ICOs. ICOs are really built on and based on Ethereum. I would say 80 to 90% of all ICOs are really, especially all of the ones of any fame and acclaim of late Bancor, Basic Attention Token, even EOS now are all based on Ethereum. Got me to thinking, okay, wait a second, that makes sense. I said it, I started thinking about it. Makes sense. If all of these tokens are built on Ethereum or based on Ethereum, then really and truly, when you think about, market dominance, right now people say that, Ethereum is around 25 billion and Bitcoin is about 45 billion, something like that. Let me see. I'll tell you exactly. At this moment, 40 billion. Ethereum is 25 billion. Well, that's not right. Because if we want to say market dominance, then you can't just look at the Ethereum by itself, because all of these other tokens that are built on top of Ethereum are really impacted by Ethereum. What am I saying? If Ethereum was to crash today, if that network was to crash, all of these coins would crash. Golem would crash. Basic Attention Token would crash. Vertasium would crash. All of these tokens would crash because Ethereum, it's like a domino. Ethereum is the main domino. And I even think Ethereum Classic, I could be wrong on this, but I even think if Ethereum was to crash, I even think Ethereum Classic would crash. I might be wrong on that, but I'm positive Vertasium and all these ERC20 tokens definitely will crash. So that's not good. And if you look at market dominance and you say, well, why do we have, and if we're looking at the market lately, you're seeing these days when everything is red. And you're saying, why is that happening? Well, that's happening, for example, people say, well, the other day people thought, there's a rumor of Vitalik's death and everything crashed. Well, what's happening is that Ethereum and all of the ERC20 tokens experience, problems because Ethereum experiences problems. Think about it like this. If people are flooding into Poloniex, flooding into Coinbase, now Coinbase is stressed because of Ethereum. What does that do? That impacts Bitcoin. That impacts Litecoin. That impacts all, because now, due to the stress of Ethereum, everything else is impacted. But the real problem here is Ethereum. Ethereum is causing all the problems. Bottom line, Ethereum is the problem, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, Ethereum is the problem. All of these problems are because, whether it's an ICO that comes out, well, what happens? Everything rushes into Ethereum because everybody's trying to get into the EOS ICO or the status ICO or the Bancor. Ethereum network is stressed now. To the point, Shapeshift and Changely had to really say, wait a second, we can't deal with these ERC20 tokens anymore because they stress the entire network. So when you're even trying to do business with non-Ethereum or non-ERC20 tokens, it doesn't matter. The stress from the ERC20 token and Ethereum shuts down the entire network. So you can't even get onto Coinbase to do a Bitcoin transaction. So now, because Coinbase is stressed, Bitcoin's price goes down. Do you see what I'm getting at? Ethereum is the problem. And the way how Ethereum has structured this house of cards, so I have to redo what I redid and say, it's not, well, no, I'm actually saying something different. Because initially I was thinking it was just ICOs. But we can't just stop at ICOs being the problem. The problem is Ethereum, because Ethereum is what brings all of these ICOs. So, and all of these ICOs then put stress on Ethereum, which then puts stress on the entire market. So bottom line, this whole model is a flawed model. And ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be a lot of pain because of this model. If we don't figure out how to really deal with this Ethereum problem, we have an Ethereum problem. Because if anything was to happen to Ethereum, two ways. A, Ethereum crashes due to the stress of all of these ICOs. Then every single ICO that or ERC20 token is done because Ethereum is done. That's number one. But there's a second issue. Let's say I'm Reggie Middleton, right? I run Vertasium or any of these ERC20 tokens. I have a business to run. But every time a new ICO comes out, my business is impacted because of the issue of there's a new of Ethereum and this madness with the network because of the ICOs. Now Vitalik doesn't care because he's only thinking about making money from the gas. He's not thinking, wait a second, look at the stress that's happening to the overall network and to the greater crypto community, because it's stressing not only Ethereum, but Coinbase, Poloniex, Bittrex, all of these exchanges because of Ethereum. Now, number two. All right, remember I said I'm Reggie Middleton, or I am any of these, the head of one of these ERC20 token companies. And I just get sick and tired of all the problems I'm having. My business, I can't run my business because every minute there's a new ICO that puts more stress on the network and things can't be done. So this is what's going to happen, is that you're going to see the entire thing crash. Because, like I said, number two is that, remember, you bought Ethereum, you gave it to Reggie, you gave it to for them to run their business. Now that they see that being on this network is no longer the best place for them to run their business, they're going to look to a Waves, or look to, a BitShares network, or look to another blockchain to say, let me jump ship from Ethereum to another blockchain. What's going to happen then? That means they don't need Ether for gas anymore. You only need to pay gas in Ether when you're running on the Ethereum blockchain. So what do you think they're going to do with all that Ether that they're holding? They're going to dump that stuff. I would. Because if I'm moving from the Ethereum blockchain, because this blockchain no longer really helps me run my business, then I'm going to jump off of that blockchain. But more importantly, I'm going to dump that Ether, because the only reason I was holding on to that Ether is because I needed it to pay the gas to run my business on the Ethereum blockchain. As more stress is on that Ethereum blockchain, more companies that are on that blockchain is going to see that this is not the best place for me to run my business. And they're going to jump ship. And when they jump ship off of that Ethereum blockchain, mark my words, they're going to start dumping Ethereum because they no longer need it. But that's what you gave them. You gave them tons of Ethereum to run their business, to pay the gas. But that's only necessary once while they're on the Ethereum blockchain. This is now, I could be wrong. I could be missing something. And this is why I said, let me come to the community, because there are much smarter people than me out here. Share it with some people. And if I'm wrong, please let me understand, why are companies going to stay on a blockchain that is having nothing but problems? There's a company, what's the name of this company? They CV Coins. They were planning to use the Ethereum blockchain, or they were using the Ethereum Cryptvisor. They are jumping ship from Ethereum to the BitShares blockchain. Okay? You're going to see tons of companies, and this is not even one of the big guys. Bancor. Why are they going to stay on the Ethereum blockchain if they're trying to run a... Bancor has got a lot of money. They're trying to do big business. They're going to jump ship. Vertasium. Why is Reggie going to stay on Ethereum if it keeps on giving him problems? He's going to jump ship. And when he does, it's only a matter, it's not if, but when. Because as long as Vitalik's greed allows him, oh, come on, ICOs. He's not thinking about the long term and the systemic impact these ICOs are having on his network, on that blockchain. And it's doing irreparable harm, not only to the blockchain, but my greater point is it's doing irreparable harm to the entire crypto community, because when it crashes, when every time it has a problem, it's bringing down the entire market. It's bringing down Bitcoin Dash, because people, what I'm talking about here, I don't hear in the greater community. I hear there are a lot of smart people, but they're not tying this Ethereum problem, because they don't see that it's a systemic problem with Ethereum and all of these ERC20 tokens. If you add up the market cap of all of those tokens, then this cryptocurrency market is really an Ethereum market, because they all together comprise an equal, if not greater, share of the market, especially its impact. Because if Ethereum Classic and 10 or 20 of the top 20 ERC20 tokens start crashing, then people look at, oh, the entire market is crashing, then they start dumping everything. But more importantly, the impact they have on the exchanges. Once these things start having problems, they give tremendous problem to the exchanges, to Coinbase, and that's what impacts Bitcoin Dash, every single other token on the cryptocurrency community. So share this with your friends. Maybe somebody knows something I'm missing. But the bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, we have an Ethereum problem. And we either have to figure out how are we going to stop Ethereum from killing us all. Let me know if there's something I'm missing. If not, how can we fix this situation? Because I think it's a very serious situation. Till next time, have a good day.